Israeli murderers are called commandos. Arab commandos are called terrorists. Contra killers are called freedom fighters. The CIA doesn't kill anybody anymore. They neutralize people. Or they depopulate the area. The government doesn't lie. It engages in disinformation. Smug, greedy, well-fed white people have invented a language to conceal their sins. It's as simple as that.
Yep, I first heard George Carlin say this in 2001. And at the time, this and everything else he said sounded really profound. 2020 vision of hindsight is an interesting thing because you look back at the things you thought was profound and amazing. I used to say George Carlin is going to be the American Socrates someday. Why am I admitting to saying crap like that? Because nobody was recording me. Here we have something that I remembered in my memory differently. I remembered him saying, Israeli terrorists are called commandos. Arab terrorists are called terrorists. And I remember it lingering in my head and thinking that almost it sounds right, but I don't remember him saying the word terrorists twice in the same example. But, it's a comedian talking. I just remembered the gist of it. And at the time I thought, 9/11 had just happened when I heard this, and the overt patriotism rubbed me the wrong way at the time, struck me as a lot of propaganda, which it was. But I remember this particular stand-up resonating with me because of how he talks about doublespeak. What I didn't understand at the time that was lost to me at the time, and I think it was lost to a lot of people, is he participates in this exact same word game that he's accusing old, smug white men of engaging in. So let's listen to that again.
Israeli murderers are called commandos.
Israeli murderers are called commandos. So let's break this down into a normal junior high English lesson. Israeli murderers are called. That means that the thing that they are, murderers, are called commandos. But, of course, in actuality, they are murderers because otherwise they wouldn't be called commandos. Okay? You got it, kids? Good.
Arab commandos are called terrorists. Arab commandos are called terrorists.
One more time in case you missed it.
Arab commandos are called terrorists.
Okay, so what have we learned today? We learned that Israeli murderers are murderers, but we call them commandos. But Arabs are commandos, but we, smug white men that we are, call them terrorists. But they're actually commandos, but not Israeli commandos. They're not commandos. They're murderers. He snuck that shit right past me and millions of other people. Let it steep into the subconscious. It's how propaganda works. Now, I don't know how intentional this was. If this is just his prejudices at work here, if he was really that much of a dunce, or if he's really trying to implant that. And, I gotta say, I can't imagine doing anything like that without doing it on purpose. That's just me. And it's sneaky. It's sneaky. It worked on me. So there you go. A little lesson in propaganda. Whether it was deliberate or not, I lean towards thinking it was, So don't forget, Arabs are commandos, Israelis are murderers. Am Yisrael Chai.